Sweet.
Too sweet. Too sweet.
It's your boy, Dougie Fresh. He is the NWO first time and current Nerd World Order Intercontinental Champion of the world. The only nerd to dethrone Mikey Nardo. The Nerd Collector. Trippy Omega. And as always, I gotta meet these guys.
What it do? It's your boy Mikey Nardo, aka the Sensei Sativa. What it do, baby?
Sensei Sativa. See, that was, clean, simple, to the point.
Yeah,
I liked it. I don't know what the fuck he said.
Yeah, he was on some other shit.
Yeah, he was on some 17 pronouns.
Y'all, that's how they introduced Kenny Omega. He get all the random
and of course,
facts and shit.
Back again, like I never left. The affiliates.
Oh, you went somewhere?
Check Xclusive.
I'm surprised you let me do my intro this time.
Yeah, right? Hey, I was listening to the episode on my way back home. I heard we had the whoop whoops and I was geeked.
I'm so happy. So happy.
That was the second episode that happened.
Was it?
Whoops is back.
Yeah.
The Whoops been back, baby.
Full-time team.
You know what? I think I listened to it the first time and I didn't pay attention to it, but I was on a plane and I was like,
He was on the plane.
Right.
He was on the plane.
Definitely was on the plane.
He was too fancy.
Yeah, man. I was in Jamaica,
I was Jamaica, man.
Dog, it was dope. It was cracking, bro. We gonna get to that. No, man, it was easily the best vacation I've ever been on, dog. It was cool, man. First time ever out the country. It was dope, dog. Like, I highly recommend anybody to go, man. We stayed in the grill, so it wasn't Montego Bay like everybody kept saying to go to, but it was super dope, man.
Y'all stayed where?
In the grill.
The grill?
The grill?
Negril. N-E-G-R-I-L.
Negril.
Yes.
Negril. I was like, the grill? I stayed in the grill.
That sounds like a dope ass club.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely a club in GTA and shit.
It was like partay.
Nah.
Your grill.
It was dope, man. We stayed on the resort pretty much the whole time up until once we left the airport and drove to it. Just because we were advised by multiple folks to not leave the resort.
Oh, absolutely not. I know that.
Not only because my skin tone stands out, and also because I'm American, and because of COVID, the whole island shuts off they shut the whole island down at 7 o'clock.
Oh.
If you are in the streets and you don't have a work permit, jail. No bullshit. We literally we seen SWAT patrolling constantly, seen cars getting pulled over, like all that shit. It was crazy. But to the weed story, bro, I didn't get my hands on any because these folks was trying to play me, bro.
Oh, you getting charged like Chad?
Bro, yes, exactly.
Getting the Chad price.
Dog, we literally we got off the plane. We were getting
$115 for it.
We were getting in the bus to take us to the hotel, and these dudes was like, "Hey, are you here to smoke?" I was like, if it's available, I'm down, whatever. Yeah. So this dude, he sold me what looked to be a nickel bag, or he was trying to sell me what looked like a nickel bag. Maybe it might have been right around a teener for $80.
Oh yeah, he tried to charge you, bro. He tried to
charge
you.
And I'm not even trying to bro, this shit was brown. Like, it wasn't even green. I'm like,
all that shit go from the dirt down.
Claire looked at me and she was like, "You better not buy that shit." I looked at her and I said, "I'm not finna buy that shit."
He tried to give you that Richard Bush.
No, and then
but pretty much everything from watching that, just watching documentaries, pretty much the shit that grow out there like that is near Reggie. But it's island Reggie, so it's better than the Reggie here.
No, but at the same time, I just didn't trust Dog because he looks like that type of person that tries to take advantage of people coming into the country. So I was like, and plus it was like, I ain't had no raps, I ain't had no nothing. What I'm gonna do with a bag of weed? I ain't got nothing to use with it.
Especially brown weed.
And it's and you can't bring it back because it's so it was basically useless to me. And I wasn't trying to smoke with some random people there. So
hey, nothing wrong. Remember so when we went to Colorado, on the last day,
that was the best day.
When we were leaving, so we had to smoke and eat all the edibles and drink all the. So we're outside. We're outside chilling. So this guy, he had a joint rolled up, no home, all header, a foot long Subway sub, But that motherfucker was like thick, bro. You know what I'm saying? Pause much. And like we was outside already smoking. He just pulled up and he was just, you know what I'm saying, got to conversing with me, and then he lit up and just. But he tried to stuff like what, like a quarter pound or some shit in a duffel bag. To come back home. I forgot where he said he was from.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But he was visiting. He was on the, he was.
It was 420 weekend.
Yeah, 420 weekend.
It was 420 week, so
he was tripping.
Indulging.
No,
like, ain't nothing like smoking random dudes. You never know.
I mean, it was just the people that I ended up becoming cool with there. They wasn't really smoking around me to where it was like a thing to happen. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't smoke with the real black people?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Nigga.
But I definitely
America, this nigga.
Wowzers, they say.
I'll leave that.
But the rest of the trip was smooth, man. It was all inclusive resort, so obviously all the food we could eat, all the alcohol I could drink, obviously.
Cause he's the father.
I drank enough for. I definitely drank enough for 2 people.
I was about to say, I hope you drunk responsibly, knowing that you had a pregnant fiance.
Yeah, and we didn't go anywhere off the resort, so it was like I can get damn near as fucked up as I wanted to, and it was gonna be straight.
Because it's all on the resort.
Yeah.
All they gotta do is make it back to the room.
Bro, Jamaican rum is top 5.
Top five.
Best alcohol I've ever had in my life. Like that shit was bomb in everything I've had. Like I had daiquiris, I had everything, bro. Like I was like, fuck, I'm here to try whatever with this Jamaican rum. That shit was good as a bitch. Like I
saw you was out there drinking the Red Label.
Yep, had some Red Label. Yeah, absolutely. You know, had to do it.
Hey, I love Red Label because it has like a hopsy taste to it.
Yeah.
Almost as if you can taste weed in it. But
Are y'all talking about Red Stripe?
yeah, definitely Red Stripe.
Yeah.
I didn't
Let me call it Red Label.
Yeah,
too.
bro. Like I've grown a love for Red Stripe, dog, because that was like.
Nah, don't try to fix it now. We was definitely calling it Red Label.
I mean, we definitely were calling it Red Label.
But he knew what I was talking about.
I knew what you were talking about.
Yeah.
But
I did it.
They turned around like, what the fuck?
I mean, we're currently drinking Red Label,
Yeah,
but I knew
we
you meant
drinking.
Red Stripe.
I definitely meant Red
Hooray
Stripe.
beer! That shit was good, bro. Like
I love
it
Red
was
Stripe.
definitely good. It was crazy because they were like, "Do you drink this?"
I love Red Label too, but
My co-host, ladies and gentlemen.
No, they were like, "Do you drink this in America?" I was like, "Nah, I don't drink this."
oh, you don't drink Red Stripe?
Not, bro. It's not. It's a go-to now though.
Yeah.
It's a go-to
Yeah,
now.
they sell it at the liquor store by the crib.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a go-to now. But overall, man, had a great time. Look forward to coming back home, except for coming to work for obvious reasons, just because work is work. But otherwise than that, man, happy to be back. You know, I see y'all held down the fort last week.
We tried to.
You know,
We does what we does.
Bro, low key though, like Mike is the real MVP, dog. Me and you been alternating weeks and shit, and Mike been here. hold
By himself.
the line.
He's just been here making it happen.
Definitely making it happen.
Making it happen for the beautiful people.
We need some type of constant, so I try to be the
Well,
constant.
Didge.
So.
Didge is the constant.
Well, low key, we wouldn't be here without Didge, so he has to be constant. So.
Yeah. I mean, that's for sure.
I guess.
But yeah, man.
I mean, there's all this time
How was
where
that?
Didge is going and
What were
we're
you gonna
just
say?
remote in.
Have we done a show without Didge there?
Technically.
Technically, he's put us on record and then just muted and went away for the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
But that's Didge being there, though. That's what I'm saying. Have we ever did an episode
He's there,
where...
but he's not
Is
there.
have we ever did an episode where Didge didn't have to hit the record button?
No, because
So, okay,
who's
then,
gonna hit the record button?
My point
This nigga.
exactly.
My co-host, ladies and gentlemen.
This guy.
But Mike, what were you gonna say, bro?
Absurd thoughts.
Before you guys were doing this digithon, I don't know what
Digital.
Oh, how was the flight back?
Oh, it was smooth, man. Landed in Orlando and chilled for a minute, and then just flew back home. Okay. Kicked it with the homie Darnell and Desi picked us up from the airport, so kicked it with them, and then it was chilling, man. You know.
Chilling.
Did you have to go to work?
I went to work the next day, very next day. So we got home we got like 6:30 at night. Our flight landed, so it wasn't like it was super crazy.
Super
for me.
great, yeah.
But
Y'all
it was good though.
Y'all got picked up from O'Hare?
Oh fuck no, Milwaukee, bro.
He said,
Nah. I'll only go to O'Hare if it's absolutely 100% necessary.
Okay.
But
Oh,
Did you hear that?
necessary.
tragedy in Didge's voice. You know what?
Hey, I definitely got, because my brother drove us down to the airport to take us, and I definitely fucked with him as soon as he took the exit for the airport. I'm like, bro, we're going to O'Hare. And this is like 4:30 in the morning. He was like, bro, don't fuck with me.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
But yeah, man, it was cool, man. Definitely, like I said, though, glad to be back.
Yeah, I miss trivia.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Of course you did. You gotta get your belt back.
Yeah. I hate the way that it's been flying.
You're definitely on a what, like a 0-2-1 streak?
I think I lost 2 in time.
I definitely been flexing with the belt.
You definitely have been. It's like weird flexes, but
first ever. It's just like what? Like, bro,
like according to my notes here.
Technically, I was the first ever NWO Continental.
But you lost in that episode, so you were Finn Balor. But okay, I guess.
I was still the first.
You're Finn Balor.
Your shoulders hurt.
I'm the only 2-time NWO Intercontinental Champion.
Wait, so that means his intro was null and void.
No, it's still true.
You called yourself the first time and now you're the 2-time?
Yeah, I am, because it's not my second time being champion. So
I just let him have it. Just let him have it.
Whatever, bro.
Whatever,
Let him have it, Jay. It's cool.
And then now I lost it, then I won it back. Wouldn't that mean I have 2 reigns now?
Whatever, man.
Wouldn't that make me a 2-time champion? I thought I was tripping.
Mike, are you ready to get into trivia, bro? Otherwise, Doug is gonna rant.
I'll let him have it. Go ahead. That's, it's Trip World, bro.
Trip, are you ready for this trivia? You ready to defend the title?
Trippy Omega.
Look at Doug.
Yeah, Trippy Omega, bro.
His ego done got a little crazy all of a sudden. Look at Didge over there with he got the phone open, ready to counter all my questions. No.
With his THC infused water.
Hey.
Drinking that Florida water, that water. That dirty water.
It's not just water.
That dirty water.
It's not just water. But yeah, Mike, you ready?
The real no juice. Yeah.
Here we go, fellas.
Don't you know no good?
Question number 1 is who has been in the most ladder matches in WWE history, not counting Money in the Bank? Jeff Hardy, RVD, Chris Jericho, or Edge?
Are we including also other promotions or just
In WWE history.
I mean, he said, and excluding, so.
Not counting Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank matches don't count.
No.
Okay.
what are the options again?
Jeff Hardy, RVD, Chris Jericho, or Edge?
Jeff Hardy.
Mikey Nardo says Jeff Hardy.
I'm gonna go with Chris Jericho.
And Tripp is going
I
Jericho.
like that answer, though.
The correct answer is Jeff Hardy.
Okay.
With 12 ladder matches. And he also has the most victories with 7.
Ooh.
So he's 7 for 12.
Good job.
So not too bad.
What percentage is that, Didge? 7 out of 12. I know it's
6 out of 12 is 50%. That's like what? 62%.
Something like
shit
that, yeah.
that.
It's pretty good odds.
Not bad.
Pretty good odds.
Let's go with that, because
Eight out of 12 would be 75%, so it'd be somewhere between the two.
Like 65, 62, 65%.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. All right, so question number 2 is what year was the first Money in the Bank ladder match? 05, 06, 07, or 04?
First ever.
I'll give you a hint. It was in the 2000s.
Thank you. Thank you for that wonderful hit. What are the questions again? I mean, the answers again?
05, 6, 7, or 4?
The first Money in the Bank.
04.
Trip says 04.
Yes.
Mikey Nardo. Senor.
You feel 04? Yeah, let's go 04.
04 for Mikey Nardo as well. The correct answer.
It's probably 05. I was thinking
05.
I was thinking 05.
2005.
I'm like, but no, 04 sounds good.
It was WrestleMania 21, and Edge was the winner.
Yeah.
Because when Didge said, I was like, damn it.
Mike's up 1-0.
So I got one right? Yes.
Yeah, you got the first question.
Okay.
All right, so question number 3 is, as of recording, according to Wikipedia, I put the according to Wikipedia on this one. I did this shit for you, bro.
Pause.
Who has held their Money in the Bank contract the longest before cashing it in? The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Carmella, or Seth Rollins?
Carmella.
Tripp says Carmella. He answered it quickly, so that must mean he's confident.
I'm a little confident.
Wait, okay, what's the question again?
As of recording, according to Wikipedia, who held their Money in the Bank contract the longest before cashing it in? The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Carmella, or Seth Rollins?
Let's go the Friday Night Messiah now.
Friday Night Messiah.
Seth Rollins.
That was my backup answer.
The correct answer is Carmella.
Good job.
287 days.
When she cashed it in, they said that she had held it the longest.
Good remembrance.
Yeah, because it was Seth Rollins before that, I believe, right? Yeah.
Seth Rollins was before that. So the Miz had 2 reigns, obviously. First one was 127 days. Second was 119. Dolph Ziggler was 267 days. Seth Rollins was 273 days. Carmella was 287 days. Bro, she almost went a whole year without cashing.
Yeah, that's why I remember that. I was like, she was close to a year.
Damn near. She was definitely close to a year. Okay, question number 4. It's tied now. Here we go. As of recording, according to Wikipedia. That's how my shit's gonna be, bro.
As of recording, according to Wikipedia.
Well, as of recording, because the matches can still happen in the future, so I gotta make for history's sake. How many unsuccessful cash-ins have there been in WWE history of the Money in the Bank briefcase? 2, 3, 4, or 5?
Okay, does Ken Kennedy losing to Edge count?
No.
Okay.
Because he didn't try to cash it in. He just lost it. Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit more Coca-Cola, please, if you wouldn't mind. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So
2, 3, 4, or 5.
Yes. 2, 3, 4, or 5. Definitely don't have cardboard dish to ask.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's the.
I'm gonna go with 3.
What's the nominees again?
2, 3, 4, 5.
Two.
Mikey Nardo says 2. The correct answer is 4 of them things.
God damn it.
4? For real?
24 attempts, 20 successes. John Cena in 2012. I wrote down these things from Wikipedia. It says this is a singles match. Cena won the match, defeating CM Punk, but it was via disqualification after Big Show interfered. So DQ caused the title change to not happen. Damian Sandow against John Cena. Baron Corbin head ass against Jinder Mahal. And Braun Strowman against Roman Reigns.
Wow. I'm not Cena was in here twice.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Well, I mean, Cena was champ, 16 times? Like, it's a 16. So, all right, and question number 5. This is for all the marbles, fellas. It's tied. During Triple H's WrestleMania 30 entrance, 3 of WWE's top women superstars were a part of it. 2 of them were Sasha Banks and Charlotte. Who was the third? Becky Lynch, Dana Brooke, Lana, or Alexa Bliss?
Alexa Bliss.
Wait, say them again?
Becky Lynch, Dana Brooke, Lana, or Alexa Bliss? Tripp says Alexa Bliss.
You said 2 of them were who?
Sasha.
It was Sasha, Charlotte, and a third. Were part of Triple H's WrestleMania 30 entrance.
Alexa Bliss.
Mikey Nardo says Alexa Bliss. God damn it, that is the correct answer. I had a feeling that one was too
When he
easy.
said it, I was like, God damn it.
I was like, oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, man, now I gotta go all the way to the goddamn. Let's just see where it stops.
Of course, my first world title reign, my first world title match gotta go down to the wire.
Championship. Championship.
All right, here's one. Considering, shout out to MLB 21, the show that just came out. What MLB organization?
What the fuck?
Did Macho Man Randy Savage play for?
Didn't you ask this one already?
I know, this is from the classic history books. This is for the tiebreaker. The Braves, the Reds, the Yankees, or the White Sox?
The Braves.
Trippy says the Braves.
The Reds.
And Mikey Nardo says the Reds.
Oh, it is the Reds. It's the Reds. It's the Reds.
Mikey Nardo.
It's the Reds.
Oh, yeah!
It's the Reds. It's the Reds. Oh, fuck.
Give me that. Yeah.
Fuck.
Fuck your rain. Fuck your rain.
I felt like this would be
The second two-time. The second two-time. NWO. Where I have been in the Continental Champions, baby. Let's get that.
There you go. Andy. Posted the GIF. There you go. Kevin Nash standing up.
Yeah.
Perfect. Nice job, Mikey Nardo. Wait, hold on. Let me put that in the record books.
That's
it ain't official.
Now, right? That's 12 now, right?
Huh?
That's 12? 11.
What you mean?
Wins.
7.
7?
What was your options?
Braves.
Here we go.
Braves, Reds, Yankees, White Sox.
He also played for the Cardinals, that's why.
It was I know, but it was the Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah, no, he played for both, but that's why I was asking. I was going to say, that's kind of
so
fucked up if you had both of them in there.
So we have a overall record. Mikey Nardo, 7-2-1. Trippy,
Obviously, we know.
1-7-1.
I'll make that.
Wait.
NWO Podcast.
How am I? How is
Just
he?
wait.
How is he 2-7?
Just wait.
I'm not 2-7-1.
He just
You're
said he's
7-2-1.
How am I 1?
NWO Podcast is 0-1. Sweats and Suits Podcast is 1-0. McCoy is 0-1. And Didge is 1-0 because he defeated Mikey Nardo when you were in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh my God!
Didge is over there.
That's why I was like, I am 7-2.
Didge is over there like, don't forget about me, dog. Hey, I wrote every contestant down for 2021.
It's only fair that Didge beat you because Didge kicked my ass.
That's
why I was tripping.
Hey, low-key, Didge is 3-0, bro. On one-on-one contest.
No, I won't.
Bro, true. He went 2-0 against you.
Yeah, you didn't
Mikey
beat him.
Nardo
On
was gone.
1-on-1, he said.
Yeah, you didn't beat
Mike
him.
was back when I had lost that.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, you didn't beat him by yourself.
Yeah, in one-on-one competition, Didge.
So I still got a chance. I can at least go 500 between me and Didge. I still got a chance.
Let's be real.
I need Trip to go on vacation one more time. I'm trying to get my revenge back.
Oh, man.
Thank you. I feel order has been restored. Jeez,
Hey,
Look,
I told
he was waiting on me to
him-
get back.
I told, because obviously I had the championship last week, so when I was watching the fights last week, I had it with me at the kickback. And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna challenge you for the title. I was like, well, it gotta be this week because I might not have it next week. Well, she might have make that shit quick.
You ain't wrong, dog.
So open challenge every day of the week except Saturday because I might lose it.
So now I gotta fight Didge and Liv because them niggas been fighting over it. So I was like, bro, how do you get a title fight over a fucking picture? Like, goddamn. Like, jeez, that nigga Shawn Michaels this shit. Like, he was just like, fuck it, I'm champion now. Like, all right, bro. Like, jeez,
Oh, that's funny.
My own title, my own champ.
That's
I ain't
crazy.
even get my you know what I'm saying? At least I get a rematch. Like, I ain't even get my WrestleMania backlash moment. Like, jeez, Louise.
Man.
All right.
Ay.
Order's been restored. I feel pretty,
You do feel pretty good now, man.
So now I gotta find a decent wrestling picture with somebody wearing any kind of
Bro, so, wait. Random tangent. That shit was hilarious, bro. That cover for last week, bro. That shit was perfect.
Like, I'm not nowhere near perfect, but it's like, bro, I like it because it's like to draw attention.
I showed Claire that shit, and like I showed her the original picture first, and then I showed her that one. She just shook her head. She was like, that makes sense because you're not here this week.
So now I gotta try to find. So it's like now I just gotta start trying to add different shit to it.
Just if there's a picture of when Shawn Michaels had the world title when he was in the ring with Triple H in China, maybe. Just put his,
Well, I was thinking
put his head
about-
on China.
No, I was thinking about doing the Young Bucks to Kenny Omega and putting Jake head on Kenny Omega because he don't like him so much. It was like,
Yeah,
it's like I'll be Nick. That's cool. It's like,
Do that.
It's like I'll be Nick.
I think I
Don't
That's
do
cool.
that.
That's
Be
cool.
like disclaimer, I do not approve of this cover this week. Man,
Alright, so
Jakey Omega.
it works, I guess.
A&E's biography series has been going pretty hard. Pause. I don't know if you.
I haven't had a chance, to be honest. I saw
Like-
snippets of the Stone Cold one, but
Did you get a chance to watch this week's?
Actually, I watched it yesterday.
I literally
The Roddy
watched it
Piper?
before I
watched it.
before I came here today.
I enjoyed it.
I liked it. It was
Cause I grew up watching Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
So, it was dope to see because Roddy and Stone Cold are two different eras.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? It's dope to get a perspective from a well respected older wrestler. You know what I'm saying? That he did the territory thing. He made a name for himself in WWE, WCW.
Yeah.
So it's like it's dope to get that. It's dope to get just to get an idea of, like the older wrestler. That was before my time. Like Stone Cold was, that's my childhood.
Yeah.
But I grew up with a little bit of Roddy too, so it's like, and then it's like how him growing up, the strict family values that his dad and mom and them had, and how he tried to get away from that and started wrestling, and
left home at like what 16.
yeah. I remember what he said. He was in a youth hospital. And like the father walked up to him and asked him if he knew about wrestling.
Yeah.
And he can help him get into wrestling for $25. You know what I'm saying? It was like seeing that shit, and he really knew how to play the bagpipes. I thought that was dope.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's really dope.
Yeah.
I didn't know this nigga really used to get stabbed.
Yeah. I think his
Like-
daughter said he got stabbed like 3 times.
Yeah.
That one story where he said he
got stabbed in the heart down there.
he was holding it.
Yeah.
And like he
Every
stopped.
time his
Every time his
heartbeat.
heartbeat, like it was a squirt of blood popped out. It was crazy. That shit was nuts. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I know his leather jacket was Kevlar.
Yeah, like it was Kevlar line because he got stabbed so much.
Yeah.
Because he played such a good heel. Like,
Yeah,
so
Well, I
he
mean,
was
yeah,
good
because
at
he was around the area in the territories where motherfuckers was getting bum rushed by fans.
when he said he was in Mexico and he said he was gonna apologize and play the Mexican national anthem, and this nigga started playing with Cucaracha, bruh. I'm sorry. I was laughing like that shit. I was like, bro,
That's a
just
level.
like some ultimate heel back.
That's
in
a
the
level
bro.
of heel shit that you can't see today.
That's
No.
heat. Like, that's real life heat.
That's
Like,
real
that's
heat.
heat. Like that shit was crazy.
That's some real ass
Yeah.
fucking heat.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you cannot even
Yeah.
fathom trying to.
The only people who can get away with shit like that now are like Family Guy or South Park, low key.
And I also enjoy just because as a fan you see a lot of wrestlers like go through divorces.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To see him still be with his wife through all the wrestling career, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, like he died, he passed away as a husband and a father.
Yeah.
He wasn't one of those wrestlers who was estranged from his kids and his, you know what I'm saying?
Being
So
gone 360 days a year.
right.
Yeah, no
Right.
shit.
And it's like, and he kept his family away from that, you know what I'm saying? Just so, I feel like he did that. I feel like that was another, it helped ground him.
Yeah,
From being the wrestler. Like, it have him something like when he away from there, he can
And he came
the
home.
dad, the
When
husband,
he came
you know what I'm
home,
saying?
he can focus on
Right.
him. And then when he's away, he can focus on
Right.
wrestling.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah, I
Obviously,
enjoyed
that's
it.
what he
Bro.
loved. Yeah, and it was dope because though he passed, they still had interviews from him because obviously they got all this content
Right.
that Vince was holding on to for apparently times like this.
Right. Shout out to Rhonda, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then they had the Rhonda shout out
Right.
at the end, and she was in the middle of the episode as well. Just talking about, I didn't know her and Roddy shared the same trainer. That shit was dope.
Yeah.
She probably hit Roddy up before he passed away, like steered him in the right, steered her in the right direction. To be honest, because I mean, I can probably see it. I mean, because it is different going from MMA to going to pro wrestling. So I mean, you go to somebody that you look up to, reach out to them. You're a big enough star, and Roddy really around that time wasn't doing. He was just an ex-wrestler doing whatever.
Oh no, she said she. Yeah, that's how she got the name.
That's what she said. She hit him up like, hey, you know.
Asked him to use it.
Yeah.
Because
That's known. She said
it was already calling her Rowdy, but like for her to officially take on that mantra.
He gave her the blessing and shit.
Yeah, because you know her
of
shirt,
course, yeah.
her shirts are the hot rod colors.
His color.
Yeah.
So you know, and he gave her the blessing, and even getting that backstage footage of her WrestleMania debut with the family coming there and like talking to her and shit. Like I had Brittany watching it, and she was like getting ready to cry. Like,
yeah, that's what dope.
And you know, for somebody that's not a hardcore fan or a nerd, like say like us, you know, to be able to come into a documentary like that and feel those emotions, because it was beautiful all around.
Yeah.
I can't wait for tomorrow's episode. It's Macho Man for real this time.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, I'm ready for that one.
I know. I listened to.
I don't know if their Macho Man episode can be better than Dark Side of the Ring, but I'm excited for it because it's probably is solely focused on Macho Man.
I was gonna say because I enjoyed Dark Side of the Ring because it was Miss Elizabeth centric.
Yeah.
You know, and I was such a diehard fan. Like she was the first lady of WWE. Like she was, you know what I'm saying? Like that's you know what I'm saying? Like Miss Elizabeth was like the first lady of the ring. So I hope it's a mix of, you know, Macho Man.
And I listened to y'all know I listened to Jim Cornette's podcast and stuff like that, and he talked about the Roddy biography because you know they're going over they're watching them and they're going over and reviewing them for the shows and things like that. He was super close with Roddy. Like Roddy was doing, it was actually kind of sad because I didn't even think about it. Like Jim Cornette was one of Roddy Piper's last guests on his podcast that he was doing. Yeah. Because Roddy had a podcast kind of before they became popular. Yeah. And he had Jim on, and then like a month, like he like asked Jim like, hey, you know, you want to come on once a month or whatever, be a frequent guest, and he said yeah, and then like 2 weeks later he died.
Yeah, he did the interview. I don't remember the guy's name, but he ended up passing the next day.
Yeah, it was
even
crazy.
There's some of the interview was like, damn, he was like he was struggling. He was struggling to get his words out. He couldn't remember shit. And it was tough to watch that interview. It was like
Yeah, no, but
to find out
I've heard good things. I do plan on hopefully within the next couple of days if I get some time. I mean, I'm working all early shifts now, so this upcoming week, so I should have some time to watch them as things go on. So definitely want to check them out though for sure.
No, absolutely.
But yeah, that and Dark Side of the Ring's coming up too, man.
Yeah, next week. Next week, Thursday.
Didn't they start? They previewed part 1, right?
Yeah, they did the first hour.
Yeah, it was on their website. I saw.
I seen it.
I didn't click on it either.
I didn't know that I wanted when we watch it Thursday. I want that to be the first time I see it. Well, the first time I see it, jump and watch it.
No,
I like it. For sure.
Everyone does it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's gonna be fun though.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
2 hours of watching Flying Brian.
What time is that?
7?
7-ish, yeah.
7, 9.
I can say.
Yeah. So this last Sunday was AEW, not AEW, damn near AEW. TNA Impact.
TNA Impact.
Yeah. Rebellion. I mean, I didn't get a chance to watch it, but according to Twitter, it was 50-50.
Yeah, you were texting me because I was getting everybody's messages like kind of late. Obviously, just because of the signal strength and everything like that out there. But I was getting everybody's messages of quite a while.
9 Eastern time, so what's that, 7 our time days?
8.
8, yeah. So everybody was saying like
8 to 10.
Everybody was like saying on Twitter how they was roasting shit. Like it was trash. Like, and then I go to Twitter and I'm like, I'm seeing 50-50.
Yeah, it was definitely 50-50. It was, some people were having audio issues.
Yeah.
I
heard there was a lot of issues.
Yeah, the white balance was off for a bit. Then there was like they were hearing other matches being called or something, some crazy ass shit going through.
Yeah, I don't think it definitely wasn't.
Did you say it was like 3 months free or some shit?
Yeah, you can get like 3 months free. Yeah, I didn't either. I was like, I'm not. Cause I was almost debating on just buying the pay-per-view, but I was like, I don't feel comfortable paying $40 for this shit. And then once I started seeing how Twitter is reacting, I was like, I'm glad.
Yeah, bro. That was a 1 or 2 match pay-per-view. Low-key.
Yeah, I really only wanted to see the main event.
Yeah, I mean,
but Cass did, Big Cass did debut. Yeah, I mean, he looked
right?
W. Morrissey. But he did.
Morrissey.
W. Morrissey.
W. Morrissey.
Just W. Morrissey. Like he looked like he was in good shape.
No, he looked jacked as fuck.
He looked jacked as a bitch. He does look like a giant Edge.
He like a younger, older Edge.
Definitely like a younger, taller, buffer
older Edge.
A younger, older Edge. Exactly. Couldn't say it any better. Any more better. But nah. But obviously the main event was I was arguing with some chick on Twitter.
She snapped though. You fucked up.
I did fuck up. Nah,
you fucked up with somebody who does research.
Yeah, touche. But it's social media.
What's her handle? You remember her handle?
I don't remember.
You gotta shout her out.
I don't remember.
But keep telling the story.
So we were going back and forth on who the main event would be. She was saying that Snell and the other girl might be the main event for the Impact Women's Championship, Knockout Championship. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, no, Kenny Omega is obviously gonna be the main event, the belt collector. Right. So that Snell's more popular. I was like, more popular than Kenny. Come to find out, she got more following on social media than Kenny do.
But that's because she be on social media more than Kenny do.
Yeah, Kenny don't really do his own social media. Yeah, so. But she did one up me on that. But I went up there on
shout her out. You gotta
went up there on who's gonna be who's the cover of the fucking the pay-per-view.
And when we drop the episode on Twitter, you gotta tag her.
I got you. Apparently I got a lot of mentions.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you definitely got a lot of mentions all of a sudden. I'm sitting here looking through trying to find it too, and it's a lot. I'm gonna give up.
Iconic Stan. Shout out to Iconic Stan.
There you go.
Yeah, she definitely won.
Snapped.
She definitely won up me. So it was good fun though. It was good shit. I like
incorporating her name into the title.
I like interacting with other nerds on the net because you can get either a really good interaction or a really bad interaction. But either way, Kenny Omega.
Both of them are fun though. So.
Yeah, they really are. I love him.
No, but I was gonna say because I've been going on and watching a couple of the people who do the MLB The Show streams that I've grown a decent friendship with, and I'll go in there and somebody will mention something about wrestling, I jump on that shit ASAP.
Yeah,
and
got you.
Whatever. We talking about whatever. Like they were talking about this one dude yesterday I was watching. Shout out to my homie Crazy Coach. He was talking about CM Punk and all this and that. And we were just going back and forth, and he was like, "Dog, I love it. I'm playing MLB The Show, and I'm talking wrestling. That's life." Right. And I've met 3 or 4 different people they're like, "Dog, I love talking wrestling with you. I talk wrestling all day." I'm like, "Bro, come into the stream. I'll talk wrestling all day with you, bro, while I'm playing." So definitely not upset about it. So.
Hey, we live, baby.
We live, baby. Yes, sir.
But obviously Kenny Omega versus Rich Swann was the main event.
Yeah. Champion versus champion.
Yeah. Shout out to Tony Khan. Working the heel moment, bringing in a second referee. Shout out to Ref Arbery.
I love Ref Arbery. Shout out to Ref
Arbery again.
For sure.
But
the video game.
She's amazing. She's an amazing referee.
Yeah,
she adds to the storyline every single time, no matter who's wrestling.
Oh yeah.
But
for sure.
They added a second referee to the match, so it was a title versus title match with 2 refs. Which that always calls for a lot of mishap.
Yeah, but it creates so that the TNA ref isn't one-sided.
Right.
He doesn't want to pin 1, 2, 3 for the AEW guy to win, which makes sense.
Which makes sense because who wants that to happen?
Yeah, for sure.
But obviously, Kenny Omega won, and he's now the Thanos of the wrestling world.
He's got what, 4?
4 now. He's the AAA Mega Champion, Impact World Champion,
TNA World Champion,
TNA Heavyweight Champion, and AEW Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah.
Kenny 4 belts.
He's the belt cleaner.
Kenny 4 belts.
The belt collector.
The belt cleaner.
The belt collector.
The belt cleaner.
But I think that's good. Is good for the story that they're telling for Kenny Omega. I know, obviously he's going to lose the belts on separate occasions, but
Yeah.
It just proves that he's one of the most known wrestlers in the world, and they're building off of that, especially with him being a heel. Shout out to all the heavyweight champions right now because they're all heels.
I was gonna say that every single one of them is a heel. Every main champion of every company is a heel.
That's why I can't wait to get them babyface heel shirts made. I'm definitely rocking the heel ones.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Say hi to the bad guy.
So it's good shit right now, man. And in the words of Vincent Kennedy McMahon, it's just good shit. So
imagine if Vince never actually said that shit. Like everybody just be making it up.
Like, everybody just be making him say that, and he never said that.
Like he doesn't swear or nothing. He just be like.
But nah, I feel like Kenny Omega, he's the guy to do this with. I know you said that there's a large list of other WWE guys that could have done this with.
Okay, so this is what I've been waiting for. So this would be the first time since Kenny's won the belts that if you had the chance to say how you really feel about Kenny four belts.
Kenny four belts.
The AEW title, I'm not surprised because you gotta put the title on Kenny at some point.
Right.
Do you?
Yeah, you have to.
Yes, you do because it's Kenny Omega.
You definitely have to put the belt on Kenny at some point. It was gonna happen in AEW for sure. That's why they signed him.
Yeah.
They didn't sign him to be a mid card type of dude.
Not
TNA, the whole Impact thing, I was like, okay, if they're gonna pick somebody, it's gonna be him because Impact has always had that New Japan connection, just even from the TNA days. So that would bring that audience. And Kenny was big in Japan, so that makes sense. The other one I actually really was either you said AAA.
Yeah, AAA Mega Champion.
That one I don't really know because I didn't know Kenny was like decent in Mexico. Like I didn't know what his history in Mexico was.
Universal. Baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's pretty good as a.
But no, I was saying like when I said I was like
style.
In my personal opinion, Kenny he does things great. His matches are great depending on who his opponent is. He's had bad matches with depending on who the opponent is, in my opinion. Which is a credit to him too, though. If you can have a great match with a great opponent, obviously that makes you good too.
Right.
No knock on that. I feel like this whole thing, like the Kenny Four Belts thing, is like there's people in WWE that can do the same shit better than he could. There's people that can do it without having to have Don Callis as their manager because they can talk themselves. Kenny can't talk himself. Like low key.
No, that's true.
I mean,
he
low
can't
key.
talk for one
I
time.
think Roman without Paul can do this shit as the tribal chief. Paul helps.
But
I think Roman in the position that Kenny Omega is in currently with all the belts and stuff would do it better because he would be more believable just because of the way he looks as a person. He's a little bit bigger. He's got the Samoan and all that tattoos.
It's more believable.
Like that.
It's more believable. Roughly for sure.
So and like I was saying, like I said, even like Braun Strowman, if he was booked correctly, that's a big motherfucker.
But I feel like they're not you, but I feel like that's more so based off look and size.
Yeah.
Kenny got him because of what he can actually do in the ring.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like it's different. I think Roman's in-ring style is probably more of a traditional wrestling style than Kenny's is, though.
But so you think Roman's a better wrestler than Kenny?
I think so. I think Kenny's better at the acrobatics and like the flashy shit. But Roman's technically is way better, in my opinion. Roman's facials when he makes whether he's getting beat up or whether he's getting whether he's taking the heat or he's beating people up, all that stuff like that.
So,
I think,
in your honest opinion, you think Roman Reigns is a better in-ring wrestler than Kenny Omega?
absolutely, yeah.
I gotta post this question.
Yep. I
can respect it.
I think so.
Don't post it without a graphic.
Now, like,
Okay.
now Roman or Roman in general?
Roman in general, personally.
Okay.
I've always liked Roman though.
Okay.
So that's
No,
maybe it's a little biased.
I've been a fan of Roman since everybody was booing his ass.
Yeah, I've been a fan of Roman
I
since
don't
the
know.
Shield.
I don't know know if I'd say he's a better wrestler.
I would. I think Kenny.
I mean, yeah, we know you would because you did. Obviously, I'm just.
No, but
my opinion.
I think AEW.
In my professional nerd opinion,
I think Kenny leading the charge in AEW is the right move. If it's not gonna be Moxley, it's gotta be Kenny.
Yeah, and I think the way that they're playing out the storyline for Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley.
Yeah.
I think it's the right way to do it because obviously, Jon Moxley is going to, at some point again, face Kenny Omega.
And everybody's saying this whole Adam Page thing, but he hasn't done shit to prove that he's even worth getting a title.
Did he just lose his number one contendership?
Yeah, he lost his number one contendership to Brian Cage.
Yeah, it's like, and Brian Cage is somebody that's kind of believable, but he has that indie mindset where it's like he has to do all his random shit, like his indie shit, before he proves that he can be a big star.
Yeah.
Plus, he's got injury issues too.
That and he's still the FTW champion.
That's true too.
Fuck the world.
About that.
That kind of doesn't exist and shit. But no, I think Bobby could do better in the role that Kenny has. Because I think Bobby, if actually given a chance, I mean, if you give Bobby Don Callis, I think he could be.
Bobby has MVP.
Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. He doesn't need Don Callis, absolutely. I think Bobby for sure could do it. Keith Lee, because Keith Lee can actually talk. I've seen him on the Indies. He can actually talk. I think everybody.
Keith Lee can definitely talk. He can even on the E. Even on the E, he's doing a good job talking.
Yeah.
Especially right by himself right now.
Shit, I think even fucking Kevin Owens could do a good job in the role that Kenny's playing. To be honest.
I want to be able to see.
You think that KO's better than this KO?
The Stunning World KO?
I can respect it.
I like KO has he's worked himself into a good position as far as like because at first he was like a little overweight for his height and his size and everything like that's why he was always wearing the shirts and shit.
Yeah.
But like now he's starting to get toned and he looks like he's actually working on himself.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's starting to impress. I wish they would give him more of that main star push again instead of just letting him come in and stun everybody because that's basically all he's doing now.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
they don't have much for him. So.
Yeah. But no, I think I respect what Kenny's doing.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I don't agree.
Sometimes.
I don't agree with him being considered the best wrestler in the world. I never have considered that. I don't think he ever has been, to be honest.
I think
even in
he
the
put
matches,
some great matches, man.
I think even in the match where everybody was like, "Oh my God," when he had the match against Okada was better then, and even now, I personally think Okada's better than Omega.
Okay.
Behind the camera.
So it's just one of those things. I think Omega's best matches has always been carried by somebody who has been equal or better than him. He's never elevated.
So you don't think he's ever carried a match?
I don't think so. Oh, because name a big match that he's ever had that can come off the top of your head that hasn't had a top flight already really good star. He hasn't. I mean,
I only know Kenny Omega through AEW, so every match he's had has a star.
And I know him through Japan, so it was like most of the people he fought were
stars.
And all his New Japan run was basically against the big stars of New Japan, which are big stars, exactly. So
I'm in the same cushion. It's like
you can argue your opinion, you argue against it. So it's like I can't be like, no, well, you're wrong. It's just fun fucking with you.
No, because you guys love Kenny, and I think he's good. He's worth being the AEW champion and everything. But I know what they're doing. They're basically giving Kenny all the belts to bring fans to that show, and hopefully the fans of those shows will go watch AEW if they haven't been already.
Basically, what they were doing with Y2J to get AEW on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With more of a guy who's not 50. He's 36 or something like that.
Yeah. Shout out to Chris Jericho because at 50 he can still draw.
Yo, let's be real though. He's gonna be a mid-card dude in AEW for the rest of his run.
Nice transition. Cause I was about to say I just watched the Broken Skull session.
The Smoking Skull session.
Cause I was definitely smoking, but the Broken Skull session with him and Stone Cold and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
So I enjoyed it. That was definitely good. Cause I still haven't watched the one with him and Randy Orton.
It was crazy hearing.
I haven't watched the Sasha Bailey.
No, I did watch him in the Randy online. I did watch him in Randy.
It is dope to.
I was excited to see that this episode, they let everything fly, like, you know what I'm saying? But they didn't take it overboard. Yeah. They didn't let it be like
a shoot. Like
Jericho
wasn't shitting on WWE.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Exactly. He was talking about the fun times he had.
Because I would say, because it's like, he still had, he still enjoyed the people he was wrestling against. He still liked the people. You know what I'm saying? So
he had.
It was just dope seeing the other side, if you want to call it the other side, on a WWE program.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I'm hoping this is opening that forbidden door more. Maybe if not, maybe we can get a John Moxley.
Nah, we won't.
You know what I'm saying? No.
I think we
won't. Unless something happens, because remember last time Dean Ambrose was on Stone Cold's podcast, like Stone Cold shit on him the whole time.
That shit's funny.
It was like he was the brand new WWE champion, and Stone Cold shit on him the whole interview.
Yeah. But you could tell that.
So Ambrose was getting pissed.
You
like
could
he
tell
was
that
legit
interview
getting
was
upset.
that interview was just.
Yeah. Super suspect.
I feel like that was a work. I feel like they was definitely
work.
I feel like that was definitely plans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed it. Well, he's 30 years in.
Who?
Chris Jericho.
30 years.
Yeah.
30 years in. So Denver towards the end, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, the wait now.
Fair enough.
It was dope finding out that he kept track of every match that he's ever wrestled.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to get that book. I definitely want to try to get that book.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it out now or is it about to drop soon?
It's gonna drop
okay.
soon.
I got it. Let me see.
It's gonna drop soon. But no, I think my favorite part of that episode was them talking about his debut on in WWF.
Yeah, how
WWF at the time.
How it was Vince McMahon's idea to interrupt The Rock.
Yeah, and then him and The Rock kind of bounced the promo off of each other.
Yeah.
Him, The Rock, and I think he said Vince Russo were the only three to know.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. With
it says spring 2021.
So sometime soon.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get that.
Fair enough.
But that and then when they talked about the finish between when he had The Rock and Stone Cold back to back.
Yeah.
Pause.
Definitely pause.
Yes.
He said yes. I did it, mommy. I did it.
I'm finally a part.
And that the finish in that pause against the Stone Cold. How it was like
the Stone Cold.
The Stone Cold. Against Stone Cold. And how it was so many different people running in and out the ring.
Yeah.
It was like 3 referees.
Yeah.
Vince came down. So that to see two people talk about what they genuinely love. Yeah. Like it's no better feeling than to watch people be passionate about something.
For sure. I enjoyed that. This is the first time I found out Mick Foley watched his match in New Japan against Ultimo Dragon.
Yeah.
That's how he got a foot in the door at ECW.
Yeah.
It took him I think he said it was a year before he got booked in ECW.
Yeah, because he was asking.
I guess Mick Foley was like the bridge between New Japan and ECW. So that was dope. Once they got to the WCW shit and how Chris Jericho was getting over his heel, I remember they showed the promo, the 1,004 Holes promo.
Yeah.
That's still one of my favorite promos he did in WCW.
Yeah, and to know that, and during the commercial breaks, he was talking shit to the crowd.
Right.
To keep that heat going.
Right.
So when the camera come back, all you hear is him booing, and all of a sudden he's on 700.
Jay got a baby bladder!
Jay got a baby bladder!
But, I hate, look, I feel like they should have did that Goldberg and Jericho angle.
Yeah, but
he was ready to get squashed. Like, bro, he was ready to get his shoes, get speared out of his shoes and shit. It's like, oh, that shit would have been, because he was over as a heel.
Yeah, he was
motherfuckers fucked with him.
Yeah, he was definitely over as a heel because he was doing the comedy wrestling when it really wasn't popular at the time. Mm-hmm. And to understand, now, if he did this shit now, he'd be over as a babyface.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
But back then, it's like, that shit's corny.
Right.
And niggas didn't want to see that.
But it's like, they should have pulled the trigger on that. For sure, they should have pulled the trigger on that Goldberg and Jericho angle. But yeah, I remember he said that Eric tried to take him off TV.
Yeah.
To try to lessen his chances to get to WWE.
Yeah.
But he just worked his ass off on the house shows and shit. Which I've always been a fan of.
From the moment, because I didn't really watch WCW.
Yeah, I remember his Lionheart.
Yeah, but from the moment, which is fucked up, because from the moment he debuted in WWF, I was a fan.
Yeah. But
I had a coloring book as a WCW coloring book that my mom picked up from Family Dollar.
Yeah, I remember those.
And
with the edges look like the steps.
Yeah.
Edges like the steps. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And there was a page of him doing the lion tamer.
Yeah.
And it was like,
the
lion heart with the lion tamer. And I was like, it took a while for me to realize that whole time it was Chris Jericho. Because I never watched WCW growing up. It was me as an adult going back to watch it. So, to be a fan of WWE, Chris Jericho, and to go back and watch his career as the Lionheart, is you really get to see his greatness.
Yeah.
So
I remember he was telling a story about him going to Vince's house while he was under contract. With WCW.
Yeah.
There was a booking meeting that he was having.
He's told that story on his podcast.
Yeah, I guess Vince wanted to see if he could trust him. I thought that was kind of dope. He was like, I wouldn't say nothing either. I was trying to get out of there. I wouldn't say nothing either. You know what I'm saying? Going back to it being Vince's idea for YTJ to interrupt The Rock during the promo for him to debut. I feel like he could have interrupted nobody better than the second. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it was two of the greats at one time. There's always a great in every era, but they had two at one time. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was perfect for him to interrupt The Rock. Like I feel like their abilities on the mic are top level. So I feel like the banter
that promo just worked because everybody that watched wrestling knew who Jericho was.
Yeah.
Except for maybe the diehard WWE
fans who didn't watch the E.
Yeah.
I mean, who didn't watch WCW. Yeah.
And then, having The Rock say, who are you? Like, who the fuck are you, basically? And he was like, it doesn't matter. Like, it was perfect. Like, it was perfect.
Yeah.
What the worst part about that whole thing was like watching Jericho, like, he didn't really do shit for like the first 6 months after that.
Yeah.
Like, which was probably the worst part of it. But other than that, it was smooth.
Yeah. What else? I just had another thing. Fast forwarding the list.
The list of
Coming
Jericho?
up with the list, so I thought that was dope.
The list of what? Oh, you're talking about the list in WWE.
List,
I was thinking of the list of 1,004.
Yeah, not the book. List. Yeah, like the list.
Fair enough.
You went to go pee.
Hey, that red label. Or the red stripe.
Whichever one it is.
Right. One of the labels has. But how he came up with the list and shit. And they dropped the ball on that. Like, that would have been a dope main event. Him and KO for the Universal title.
That was projected to be the main event. It went from becoming the main event to becoming the opening match.
Yeah,
the second match.
If you're not the main event, you want to be the opening match.
Yeah, exactly. I remember Jericho saying that on his podcast when I heard that.
So it was like, they dropped the ball on that because that would have been a dope ass.
You know what really pissed me off is like the Jericho interview with Jon Moxley when he first left WWE and joined AEW isn't on anymore. Like, he had to take it down.
I bet, because if they really want to build a relationship with WWE,
they took it down like a long time ago. Because like I like listening to that because Jon Moxley tells us exactly how it is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of interviews and people talking shit, your boy Bret Hardy's out, crying.
Talking that cash. But to end the conversation, definitely check out the
Smoking Skull challenge.
Yeah, Smoking Skull.
Sounds like a Mikey Nardo side project.
Smoking Skulls challenge.
Where you just get high and talk wrestling.
That's what we do every week.
I mean, that's pretty much what we do, yeah.
To be honest.
But Bret Hart called Triple H overrated on that 81.
Get your Michael Cole on. And I quote. What did he say?
There's always some guys, that no matter what they do with them, you always wonder how they got there. And I never thought Triple H ever had an original idea for anything. And I always thought he was overrated. The only reason people even know him will remember him today is because of his daddy-in-law. Bret Hart called Triple H overrated.
Wow.
Hey, tell us how you really feel, BH.
There's a lot of truth in that. Let's be real.
That's rough.
Because Triple H was destined to get a push, and then he jumped up with the Clique and did that whole curtain call shit, and they punished him for it, and then he basically, became best friends with Shawn Michaels, and that's kind of how Shawn Michaels was like, hey bro, if you gonna push me, you gotta push him, and that's kind of how it went. Not saying Triple H didn't deserve it because of his talent, but
yeah, and then
a lot of being friends with Shawn Michaels, and Vince McMahon's favorite wrestler of all time is Shawn Michaels.
And how he bounced back from being punished.
Yeah.
Because he cut that promo with JR, which is, partial shoot, partial promo, partial shoot, partial work. Or
he would apologize?
Or he basically, invented the game in that moment.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked out for him in the long run.
And it worked out in a future heel promo because he basically came out and said later on that he didn't mean any of that.
Yeah. So, I mean...
Which was a shoot.
It comes out... It works out for him because if he doesn't do the curtain call, he probably stays...
mid-card guy.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he was starting to get a push right around that time, too, though, because he started working with Mankind and shit around that time, too. Well, didn't he?
No, he had just dropped the belt to The Rock.
Around curtain call time? No, because curtain call time was before then.
He was,
Curtain
That
call
was
happened in
96.
like 96.
Yeah,
96.
And when he dropped the belt to Rock, it was 97, because we were watching on the reviews.
yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, that was still the curtain call was the start of his downfall.
Yeah, because he was supposed to win the King of the Ring in '97.
Yeah,
right?
and
Stone Cold won it, which led to probably the greatest promo in the history of wrestling.
Yeah, man. So,
Arguably.
Yeah, that's probably one of the greatest promos in history.
It's arguably up there.
Because you think about like all that happened around it, him having to go to the hospital and get those stitches. And
for sure.
Coming out and just cutting the promo just off the top of his head.
Oh yeah.
Trying to cut a freestyle promo is probably one of the harder things to do in the professional wrestling world.
For sure.
No, I mean, I feel like...
How do you feel about Bret Hart saying those things, though?
I feel like Bret Hart's a crybaby.
How do you feel about that? Are you also with Monty and you believe that...
It's some slight truth to it, but then it's like, you just being old and crotchety. So
I just don't think Triple H is overrated.
Yeah, I don't think he's overrated either.
I don't think he's overrated.
But it's hard to argue. It's hard to argue that he got where he was without a little bit of family help.
Obviously, I mean, 100%.
The mid-2000s Triple H run.
100%.
The golden shovel of death. Like,
you know what I'm saying? That's what sucks because it's like it's hard to argue. It's like you can't argue that.
But from Bret Hart's point of view, I just can't see how that would affect him. Because Bret Hart was already pretty much done.
Pretty down. Yeah. No, that's
really, Mike. Really, Mikey? Really? That's how you feel?
Huh? What's on?
That's how you feel? Some people don't put effort in. That's what you're saying? Some people like to be comfortable, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But I just...
Nothing wrong with that at all.
These are brand new flops.
I feel like Bret could have done without that because we already know how he feels. He don't have to reiterate.
Absolutely. Bret's done a lot of crying.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
But some big news from this past week is Jordan.
Jason Jordan.
Jason Jordan.
Michael. He said Michael.
He said Jordan. Man.
Yeah, I was about to call him Justin Jordan, but I was like, that's not it.
Justin Jordan.
Kurt Angle's son.
I wish you would have said that. Like, who the fuck is that? Okay.
That's why I just went with Jordan. But no, Jason Jordan got promoted to the executive producer of SmackDown and Raw.
I think that's dope.
I think it's dope because when he produces matches, a lot of the matches that he produces, they do great.
Yeah, I feel like
he hasn't really, from what I saw, he hasn't produced matches. He's been helping produce matches.
Yeah. Either way.
He helped produce both WrestleMania main events and a couple other of the WrestleMania. Him and Jamie Noble. Jamie Noble's like the head producer right now, which is crazy to think because like he was such like a mediocre kind of wrestler, and J&J Security and all this and that.
Yeah,
But he was like the producer for Shawn and Undertaker. Those WrestleMania matches and shit like that. Like, Jamie Noble's a good ass producer.
Doing his thing.
So Jason Jordan learning from him is gonna obviously be super beneficial. So I'm looking forward to see what this. I think this opens up the mindset that people that haven't been in the business for 20 years can actually do this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
100%.
because you know that's normal business shit. Like normal companies are like, oh, well, you don't know shit because you ain't been here that long.
Right.
Like, no, I've been here long enough. I know what the fuck's going on.
yeah.
So,
I think it's gonna be good because now that DB is off SmackDown.
I think it's a little.
Is that because he go behind the scenes or he leaving?
I think his contract is up pretty soon. His contract is up in the fall, I believe.
Maybe he might be done wrestling. I mean,
they have been
But don't
teasing
he want to
him.
wrestle for different promotions?
I said there has been teasing him going to NXT. So there's a
low
chance
key, Daniel Bryan might not be a terrible move to go to NXT.
No, he'll fit in perfect. Especially if he finishes his WWE career out there.
I feel like it'd be like Finn. I feel like it'd be like Finn returning times like 10.
Definitely time.
Because Daniel Bryan really wasn't even around during the NXT push.
Right.
Like he had been.
He was around when it was like tough.
It was the game show.
Right.
When it was the game show.
Right.
When he choked. What's his name with the tie?
Justin Roberts.
Yeah.
For sure.
So. No, I think Jason Jordan has proven, that the young folks can do it. I think it's kind of messed up though, because like he was training on an in-ring comeback.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then they decided, hey, do you want this? And he was like, fuck it, I ain't gotta take bumps, and I get paid pretty decent money. So
I still can
I feel like this could be.
And I think they kind of fucked up his gimmick calling him, cutting his son.
Yeah, that kind of
his son. So I wouldn't really want to return after that. If I got this, either I can make more money by being a producer, or take bumps as Kurt Angle's illegitimate son.
It would have been dope to see the American Alphas back together somehow.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't a bad wrestler.
No.
He was definitely a dope wrestler.
I just saw a tweet from Dax Harwood. He was saying because they were it was like the 2-year anniversary or whatever from the Revival versus American Alpha for the titles in NXT, and he was saying how that's like a top 5 favorite match of theirs of all time. And he was like, also I kind of missed that name, and I was like, damn bro, what if they buy the Revival from WWE?
It's possible.
I was like, that'd be dope.
It's possible.
It'd be better than FTR, because FTR stands for Fuck the Revival, which is just the Young Bucks, what they came up with.
Yeah.
So it was like, it'd be cool to be the Revival again.
Yeah.
It's a simple name, but it'd be dope.
Yeah, it mean a lot. So for sure.
So man, but no, I'm happy for Jason Jordan. I'm hoping I feel like it's one of those positions in WWE where it seems like it's a revolving door, where they constantly are moving people around to try to fill that position for basically whatever can make Vince happy.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, we gonna see.
Yeah, there's been rumors of. This is just a random tangent. There's been rumors of Tessa Blanchard might join AEW.
Yeah, I've seen that.
They said that it's not necessarily if, but when she makes her debut. Same way Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green, I could see for sure. If Tessa joins, man, that's gonna be interesting because she was the Impact men's champion.
Men's women's champion.
She was the Impact world champion at some point.
Yeah.
So it was like, do they push her to be competitive against men in AEW? Because if they do, that might draw some ratings away. Because that's the same shit Lucha Underground was doing.
No, I don't think they do that. I think they put her in the pinnacle.
I mean, it'd be good for AEW because also her dad is there.
I think they put her in the pinnacle.
That'd be actually pretty dope.
Push her and try to get her pushed as a top women's wrestler.
Right. She would be the top female women's wrestler in AEW if she joined.
I feel like it'd be a big bump to their division.
It'd be a nice bump because they got some good performers in that division.
Yeah, for sure.
So it'd be nice to see some new faces.
Yeah.
And because honestly, the thing to do right now is to had women's tag team championship, so they get enough women in the division, they can add the next title.
Yeah, because you don't want to add a title without enough people for it.
Yeah, so it'll be good for them. But y'all got any approvals for this week?
I know Mikey Nerd, I've been watching a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you know.
No.
Yeah.
I listen to podcasts, bro. I even tweeted that. I was like, I'm more of a podcaster. I literally listen to podcasts all day. I can definitely shout out a bunch of podcasts that I listen to.
Cause I fuck with podcasts. My damn self. I can go.
If you want to put it on your approval list.
I'll go first. Without Remorse, that new Michael B. Jordan movie on Amazon Prime.
You watched it?
I watched it.
It was
I watched
good?
it yesterday morning. That shit.
It was Tom Clancy, right?
Tom
It's basically
Clancy,
like Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was cold.
I've heard decent things about it. I just haven't.
I'm hoping that they do a series with it because it definitely set up a second one.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely dope. Definitely check that out. Of course, Mighty Ducks, Game Changers. Of course, you know that.
Yeah, I saw your Facebook post about that the other day.
The Quack Attack is back, Jack. You know what I'm saying? They was back in a couple of them was back in the last episodes. Season 1 of Invincible just ended on Amazon Prime. That's season finale. Didge.
Wow, shit.
Bruh.
Wow, shit.
That shit was fucking crazy, dog. Crazy. Definitely check that out if y'all haven't. It's worth it. It's a good watch. Robert Kirkman is his comment, you know, producer of The Walking Dead, Trip, that show.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out. It's worth the watch. Definitely check that out. And then, of course, the WWE biography on A&E, of course. That's pretty much all I got until some new shit come up.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so you watched the last episode of Mighty Ducks, right?
I did not. That's why I put it on my list. That's why I put it on my list of approval.
I need you to do that shit.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it today. I got Disney Plus on my phone. So
Surprised you didn't say Mortal Kombat.
I did that last week. Come on now, get it together, bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
Just go.
I listened to the episode.
Whose man is this?
No. I listened to the episode. I stopped listening after the wrestling talk because once y'all started talking Falcon Winter Soldier, I stopped listening because I didn't want no spoilers until I watched it.
So you want to listen to half the episode?
Yeah.
Whose man is this?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm sorry.
That's
fair enough.
Bro. No, you did go ahead.
Fair enough.
Like
I said, I just didn't want no
your
spoilers.
approvals for your podcast.
Yeah.
Oh man, so I would suggest anybody that likes listening to wrestling podcasts
To listen to Nerd War Podcast.
absolutely, definitely check out us for sure, the Nerd War podcast. But check out Grillin' JR and 83 Weeks. Grillin' JR is obviously JR's podcast. 83 Weeks is Eric Bischoff's podcast.
Why is it named 83 Weeks?
Because that's the number of weeks that Nitro beat Raw.
Of course.
Both of those podcasts are
Small
fantastic.
advertising.
I like listening to Bruce Pritchard's podcast, but Bruce Pritchard's such a brown-noser, Vince McMahon, WWE kind of guy that he fabricates things to make them sound like facts, even though they weren't. So I wouldn't suggest, really. I would suggest certain episodes with him, but I wouldn't suggest everything. But yeah, other than that, I'm trying to catch up on things as I get back. Like I said, I just got back into town, so.
Probably streaming this shit going down.
It's good, man. You know, it's been smooth. MLB 21 has been the main streaming thing lately. Everybody else has kind of died off, which is crazy because I joined Didge a couple like 2 weeks ago. Didge was streaming and jumped on, and me and him were playing some Apex. You know, we did what we could do. You know, it was what it was, but it was a good time. You know, I feel like we need to do that again sometime. Like,
I'm down.
you know, whenever, man. You know,
They
whenever.
can talk to you guys live in the Discord.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely talk live in Discord. So.
Shout it out. What is it?
It's the Geekset Network. It's the Geekset Network Discord. You know, we have our own separate Nerd
We got some
order.
content in there.
Yeah,
like
we
these
do.
little clips
It lets everybody know whenever I go live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Jake_exclusive. By the way, you know, your boy's on the road to 200.
With his John B. Avatar.
Hey, you know, it is what it is. You know, your boy's on the road to 200 followers and 10 subscribers. You know, I'm getting there. I'm getting there slowly but surely.
I see you, dog.
So, you know, little goals first, you know. Don't want to set too high of standards.
Once I get to 5, we're gonna get that NWO twist popping off.
Absolutely.
I definitely want to get 2K21, WWE 2K21.
It's gonna be fun, man.
That's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. But yeah, other than that, man, that's pretty much what it's been. Just looking forward to seeing what's going on.
Send us up, bro.
Yeah. I just got a few approvals I want to get through. Check out the new seasons of Law and Order SVU. As always, dope. They brought back Stabler, so that's pretty dope. And he got his own spin-off, Law and Order Organized Crime. Which has been cracking. Every single episode is cracking. So make sure you check that out, and obviously check out the A&E biography series and Mighty Ducks. But as always, you can catch us on our social media platforms at NWO Podcast on Twitter, NWO_podcast on Instagram, Nerd World Order Podcast on Facebook and YouTube. And don't forget to join that Nerd World Order Podcast group, because sometimes we do brackets, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we just talk shit.
Yeah, finished our last bracket.
Nope.
No. We need that to the white man.
Yeah.
And as always, this your boy Dougie Fresh,
Dude,
aka Trippy Omega.
Did you shout out the YouTube page?
He did.
Okay, make sure. You know, you gotta do the like, share, all that stuff.
Ring those bells,
hit
man.
the button. And then you gotta do the button. Hit the button.
Hit
You know what I'm
Hit
saying?
the button.
Hit the
You
button.
gotta hit
Ring
the
those
button. Ring
bells.
the bell. Ring the bell. You know what I'm
Maker
saying?
finger guns.
We gotta get our YouTube numbers up, son. Gotta get our YouTube numbers up, son.
You gonna
This, oh my God. Anyway.
He's tripping.
Do your outro.
I did. Y'all was talking shit through it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's your boy Mikey Nardo, aka the Sensei Sativa. What it do, baby?
And of course, the affiliate, Jake Xclusive.
And we out.
We out. Yes, sir. Look, now they have to pee. Baby bladder ass boys.